Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will be discussing the Chinese action film Varanus Priscus. Spoiler ahead. Watch out and take care. At the beginning of the film, we witness two soldiers aboard an aircraft. Suddenly, a powerful storm hits, and their plane is struck by lightning. In response to this, the two soldiers quickly deploy their parachutes and make a daring jump. They land on an unknown island and start exploring their surroundings. To their surprise, they find themselves surrounded by members of a local tribe, who decide to bring them along. Two tribal girls, chosen by the tribe, take charge of guiding the soldiers. Eventually, they reach a mysterious cave where they are left alone to explore further. While inside the cave, one of the soldiers gets bitten by a bug, prompting him to defend himself by killing the creature. Facing a relentless assault from a variety of bugs determined to end their lives, the soldiers encountered a tough and harrowing struggle. Utilizing stones, they managed to seal the door and then tried to ascend the rock using a rod. While one soldier successfully climbed, others faced a dangerous fall, prompting a bug attack on the fallen soldier. Thankfully, his comrade pulled him to safety, and they both survived. The bugs, however, persisted and began scaling the rock as well. In a desperate attempt to save his companion, one soldier hung on with the help of a rope. Nevertheless, the bugs pursued them relentlessly, leading to the tragic death of one of the soldiers. However, another monstrous creature suddenly emerges, and it mercilessly kills the remaining soldier. The story then shifts to 70 years later when a team arrives to shoot a thrilling adventure film in the same location. This team is responsible for capturing the aftermath of the attack. The film's director, fascinated by authenticity, decides to detonate explosives on a nearby mountain to recreate the scene. After witnessing the destruction, the director is elated as he finds such situations intriguing. Meanwhile, Cao senses something ominous about the place, and when he sees the blasted mountain, it collapses entirely, confirming his suspicions. In a bid to survive, everyone hides and runs for safety. After some time, the situation seems to stabilize, and people begin to regroup. However, one of the team members ventures into the open and is pursued by a massive monster. As the young boy flees from the creature, panic ensues, and others also start running away in fear. Unfortunately, upon reaching the group, the monster goes on a killing spree, claiming the lives of many humans. In a desperate attempt to fight back, a girl tries to defend herself against the monster's attack. The film's protagonist, Chao, finds herself entangled in a wire during this chaotic encounter. Upon encountering the monster, Chao seeks help from her boss and a young child, but both selfishly abandon her friend and flee. Despite her attempts to assist her friend, the monster attacks and kills him. Fortunately, Cao arrives in time to save Chao, but they suffer the loss of her companion. Taking refuge at a hiding spot, they manage to escape the monster's attention, and it eventually departs. They reunite with the rest of the crew and continue their journey. Inside a cave they stumble upon, they realize it's the same cave from the beginning of the film. While inside, the monster appears once more, but remains unaware of their presence, allowing them to slip away unnoticed. As they venture deeper into the cave, a bug lands near the young boy's feet, attracting a swarm of aggressive insects that attack him. The boy collapses as the bugs devour his skin, horrifying everyone witnessing the gruesome sight. Panic ensues, and everyone starts running away in fear. Cao attempts to fend off the bugs by setting them on fire, but the situation becomes dire as the bugs surround them from all sides, trapping them. Despite their efforts, many of their group members lose their lives in the terrifying ordeal. Realizing that bugs fear fire, Cao's other companion also lights fires in an attempt to drive them away. While Cao is bravely fighting off the bugs, their boss continues to act selfishly, even going so far as to push him in front of the insects to save himself. Together, they gather their belongings and light a fire, creating a path through the bugs. This leads them to a specific location surrounded by stones, which happens to be the same place where the tribe's members lived, as seen at the beginning of the movie. As they explore the area, they come across a stone carving that depicts a fierce battle between a monster and a snake. As they explore further, they make a shocking discovery that the monster they encountered earlier is actually accompanied by a giant snake. Realizing the danger, they decide to leave the area before nightfall. Meanwhile, Uncle Ju and his companions find themselves stuck in a different location. They stumble upon a place filled with numerous eggs, which immediately raises concerns for their safety. Realizing the potential threat, they hastily leave and eventually reach the film's shooting location. Uncle Ju becomes upset about the director's decision to bring one of the eggs with him, understanding the immense danger they might face. The following day, one of their team members ventures into the forest to get some fresh air. In the forest, a massive anaconda suddenly appears before one of the team members, swiftly swallowing him whole in a single attack. Witnessing this horrifying event, everyone desperately tries to hide to save themselves from the aggressive anaconda. The snake relentlessly attacks the group, and during the chaos, it targets Chao. However, Cow comes to her rescue just in time, diverting the snake's attention towards him. The anaconda then turns its focus on the director, who is still holding the egg he brought with him. The sight of the egg enrages the anaconda, and in a swift motion, it devours the director as well. Cow attempts to fight back, but the anaconda proves to be a formidable adversary, lashing out at him. Cao's friend tries to defend them by using sharp objects, but the snake retaliates and violently tosses the girl around in its attack. As the sharp object strikes the girl, it causes a gruesome injury, ripping open her belly. Witnessing this horrifying sight, Cow reacts quickly and throws an explosive at the anaconda. The explosion causes the snake to writhe in pain, giving them a chance to escape from the dangerous situation. They manage to get away, and during their journey, they reach the location where the painting of the snake and the monster is depicted. Meanwhile, Cow and Uncle Ju are still on the run, with the relentless anaconda still pursuing them. To their surprise, the giant monster also arrives on the scene, and a fierce battle ensues between the two formidable creatures. The monster proves to be more powerful than the anaconda. In a desperate attempt to defend himself, Monster manages to kill the anaconda by thrusting his neck into its mouth, delivering a fatal blow. Amidst the chaos, Cao's injured companion acknowledges her impending fate and selflessly instructs everyone to flee while she sacrifices herself to distract the beast. As they continue their journey, Uncle Zu's health worsens, and he eventually succumbs to his condition, leaving Cow devastated. Grieving the loss of his friend, Cow solemnly buries his body in a resting place. In the aftermath, Cow comes up with a plan to use explosives, realizing that the tribe's use of blueberries attracts the anaconda and the monster, resulting in a fierce confrontation between the monster and the snake. While Cow is searching for blueberries, the boy and the boss arrive there. They overpower Cow, rendering him unconscious, and proceed to capture a large group of people the next day. In the meantime, their boss becomes suspicious and senses that someone might be watching them. Cow seizes an opportunity and launches a surprise attack on his boss, freeing the captive people. During the struggle, Cow manages to disarm the boss and refrains from killing Chow. However, the boss uses a horn to call forth the monster they had encountered before. When the monster arrives, it immediately devours the boss as its first victim. Meanwhile, the rest of the group reaches the shore where a boat is trapped. Cow instructs the girl to accompany these people and ensures their safety. Determined to defeat Unknowingly, the monster, and stop the threat of the anaconda, Cow decides to stay behind and set a trap with explosives. He knows that he needs to detonate the explosion to draw the attention of the anaconda and put an end to the giant monster. Alone, Cow proceeds to set the trap while his friend tries to distract the approaching giant monster. However, his efforts aren't enough, and the monster targets him. In a brave attempt to defend herself, Cow tries to shoot the monster but finds herself in a life-threatening situation. Just in the nick of time, her friend comes to her rescue and sacrifices himself to save her. The explosive barrier bursts due to the presence of numerous monsters, attracting a swarm of snakes that attack Unknowingly. The injured monster is eventually killed by the swarm of snakes. Meanwhile, Cow arrives on the scene, and after everyone gets on the boat, they set off to safety. The film ends at this point. Thank you for watching our recap. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button and feel free to explore our other recaps.